So, hello. It is Monday, and we find ourselves back at the barn. I had meant to videotape, or like whatever, videotape, like people don't know what that is anymore, but I meant to record some stuff this morning before I went to training because I had a bit of extra time, but I literally just remembered that I need to do that, like right now. So, I'm turned this way because the light, whatever, vlogging problems. But so today's actually felt okay. I had to go to a faith ambassador training, and it was funny because we do like a community mass. Well, it wasn't funny, but the mass was a Christmas mass, and often at Christmas they talk a lot about including the people that are not here anymore. And anyway, there's a lot about death, and even though it's deceased, people are gone, it's a time of light and love. And I'll tell you, that was a hard thing to get through, but it was actually really like therapeutic too. So yeah, I mean, this is a beautiful season, so don't let someone not being here change that, because they would want you to be happy and joyful, and even in those moments, but to allow yourself to not be joyful too in some moments. Anyway, a long rambling. I'm not going to talk about it much anymore because it's just kind of exhausting to even talk about, but yeah. So tonight I have a Christmas party for the Italian Women's Auxiliary that I joined, or group, or anyway, the Italian Women's Group, club, whatever. So it's hilarious. A friend of mine, we joined together, and this is like, went to one meeting, now we're at the Christmas party, and it's just women, and we're gonna get to play bingo probably after. So it's gonna be a bit of a rush getting here and then getting her home. It's a bit of a snowstorm today, and then Claire has to work at 6, so I'll probably get dropped off early. Anyway, yeah, so super fun times, and I'm gonna get the other vlog edited. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that big week, because that week there was a lot of really just sad things happening. Might just clump it all together. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's where we're at. That's what's happening. Back at the barn. It's dark. She's gonna get the horse, so lights aren't been on yet. So she's gotta get the horse, groom said horse, and yeah, rock and roll, baby. Anyway, talk to you soon. Bye. Looks like Luna's. That was a lot of work in that 3 minutes and 30 minutes. Hey there. So I'm home after.
Oh, we have thing.
What?
Hello, close up.
No, I'm videotaping you. What?
Cabbage rolls.
Okay. So anyway, we are home now. I'm home. Basically, the supper was good. It was super good. It was nice to be around like people that you've seen for your whole life. There's Randy. And to have that cultural experience, like, it's totally like I was telling Randy, my cup is like full now. And having, we had a professional development today with the bishop, and then, going to different events this weekend, and like, that feels good. Like, I feel good, and things happen for a reason, and maybe me having all those things like right afterwards was really what I needed. After Haley passed, and just like, my cup's full right now, which is super awesome, and I'm just like loving it. So, but more important news, we've got the cheese. Hey.
Hey, look at this
It's
beard.
Vlogmas Days 10. Yeah. And So we were supposed to go for grad pictures, and work was like crazy for me, and I had a meeting that ran over, and actually like left the meeting early anyhow, and traffic was crazy. I had to go pick up Randy. Anyway, people were not very friendly at the photographing place, and I understand they have places to go. Like, I get it. I do things, and like, you know, I was like trying to be like, trying to look at the camera. I think I'm looking. I don't know. Trying to like be accommodating, but like, just tell me that it's canceled then. Don't make me wait for 10 minutes and then as she's coming upstairs say, oh, by the way, it's canceled. Anyway, we've rebooked it. It's just kind of annoying because it's like, you know, we take time off or whatever. I didn't, but Randy did, and now like I've kind of got to manage it now. But we want to get done sooner than later at the same time because we don't want it to like linger into the spring. Anyway, I'm going out for a run. It's my first run in I think a week. No, yeah, a week. Like, it's not been that long, but I'm restarting my program because I only had a week left of my program anyhow. And with the crazy, it's a lighter load at the beginning of the program, so I just figured with the craziness that is going to be happening, to really like set myself up for failure with a heavier load. The last week was just kind of like craziness. So I'm starting at the beginning again, which is great, but I think I might run. I've been only running 4 days a week when I've been working like through the school year. But I think I'm gonna run. I'll try to add more into that, so that's how I'll kind of like make out for the less mileage. I'm just turning the TV here. So we've got a new TV down here too, which makes it kind of, you know, swanky. I love having, my TV, or sorry, my treadmill. It was a purchased used. Thanks, Trevor, for that. And I am so glad that we did that. So glad, because it's like, makes it easy. I can just run down here, do my 20 minutes and be done. Anyway, doing that, and then there's dog classes. So hopefully I can go, and hopefully I take a video of Randy and dog classes. And then I have to prep for a meeting for tomorrow. It just never ends. So I want to do some yoga. Like, I really want to do some yoga. I'm going to talk about yoga with Adrian. She's awesome. She's phenomenal. It's at home yoga. It's good yoga. Like, it's not like, and she has free yoga calendars every month where basically every day you can do yoga and it's a different thing, and she curates it every month. So there's really no excuse. And I think she's kind of listening. I remember when I first started, there was a lot, like 1 hour sessions a day, and I think people must have said something, because now they're you know, 30 minutes, 25 minutes, 15 minutes. Like, that's perfect, because if you can do it every day, that's great. I mean, that's phenomenal on top of running. Anyway, I'm blathering because I'm delaying getting on this treadmill. So that's what we're doing. That's what happened. I'm still stressed. Gotta get running, because otherwise it's just gonna get worse. Talk to you later.
Ready? Oops. Easy. Yes. Good. You. Still front. Still here. Front. Ah, you.
I know. Randy, part of that is because your hand can get low and around. And keep your hand open.
No, yeah, no.
Easy.
You want to be able to switch up if your dog starts.
Loose.
Bring it.
I could do this. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Yeah. Hurry. No, let's see.
Okay, make the stay.
Pause.
Nice. Much better.
Some Advent cheese action. Oh, anyway, we're number 9. It's so funny because like is one of them. You have to hold.
Your dogs.
What are you doing? I want to savor my cheeses. Okay, so you got that one. Oh, Tyler.
Hey, Stella. Charlie.
Oh, not it. Yeah. Maybe. Hey guys, so it's Vlogmas Day 11. And the weekdays, this is what I struggled with last year. The weekdays, there's just not a lot of content. I tried to film a little bit at Walmart, and that was super, there's so many people, and then I just was like, oh, this just doesn't feel, you know, some days I'm super confident, I'm like, yeah, I'm filming myself walking around, and I don't care, and then other days I'm like, this is really weird, like, I'm 38. So, yeah, so I had to run a group tonight. And that I do actually want to talk about, and that's what I kind of wanted to chat about. I'm just going to turn on the TV. I have a few minutes by myself before the troops come home, which is the troops are Randy and Claire. And Stella, because Stella has to go everywhere with her dad, which is the shepherd. And I've got Mr. Charlie right here, because he's so sweet. And Mr. Ty is over there, being all handsome. And I have my cup of coffee with some 40 Creek in it. Shine, baby, shine. Anywho, yeah, I wanted to talk about that. I was struggling with, I run a, like, it's like a support group for people who are like supporters of someone who has a brain injury. I facilitate is the proper term. So, and I've been doing it, this is my 4th year doing that. And I was finding that I was kind of getting stuck in a rut because there was a lot of the same people coming, which is great because obviously they're getting something from it. But I found that I was I was meeting a lot of negative attitudes about not necessarily the night, but like just like about where they're at and you know, the topics that they felt like, well, that doesn't apply to me. And I was feeling very frustrated. I was judging them. I need to put on my tree. Well, okay, anyway, sorry, squirrel. And I was feeling very frustrated, and it was making me not motivated to go. And that was really sad because I really enjoyed doing that. I mean, I imagined myself doing stuff like this. So I was getting really sad about it. And then at one point last year, I said, I need to set an intention. And I don't know if you've ever done that before, but an intention is basically saying out loud would be best, but thinking concretely about something and saying like, so as an example, I literally said out loud, this group is going to be really good. Like, I think it was in May, like this group is going to run really well, and we're going to have good discussion, and it's going to fly by, and we're going to have not very much conflict. Not that there's conflict, but like just, and you know what? The group went like swimmingly. And ever since then, I have set the intention before leaving the house that this is going to be a good group. We're going to have some good discussion. And literally, I feel like that has changed because it was not necessarily the group that was the issue. It was my mindset. And that is such a huge thing, is your mindset is like going into it. And then you sort of react. Your reactions to their reactions changes. And then like you're feeling like they're in a rut and they feel like they're in a rut, and you feed off that energy. And I basically put out the energy that we were going to have a good group, and it has honestly been really great ever since then. So that intention setting is so vital in your everyday life. And I'm going to turn that, like, the house is a disaster, but it's so vital because you need to have really that ability to say, I am going to be like, say even with your finances, I am going to be like that. You can set your goals and your intentions, but saying them out loud, it's so true. Like if you read any self-help book, if you read any kind of motivational book, if you read any bloggers, even if you go to the gym and you're talking, you know, when you talk about like getting personal training, or if you're doing a program, they will say, make it a goal, because if you just think of it, write it down, make it concrete, because if you just think of it, it's just a dream. If you like hope and wish, like I would hope and wish that the groups would go well, and they wouldn't, and it would be frustrating, and I'd follow into the next month. And you could do the same with the gym. If you know, I really want to go to the gym, I really want to, I wish I could, until you make that intention, it is like, it's just a dream, and it becomes a goal. And so the goal changes, my mindset changed, And it's really empowering to see that. And I mean, it's just such a small thing 'cause it's only an hour, and you know, you think, but that was the perfect catalyst because I talk the talk and I wasn't walking the walk. And it's never easy, right? Like life isn't easy, and there's gonna be times where you're like, this really sucks and I don't want to do this anymore. And pardon, I hate using that word. And you think it's about the thing that you're doing, but maybe it's about your mindset. So anyway, so that was like something I wanted to share, and that was the one thing I wanted to share tonight because honestly, I have no other footage tonight. Other than we're going to watch the Clippers and the Raps play, but we know who won, so we just really want to see like Kawhi come and get his ring. And it was really sad because, not really sad, it pained me because they were saying that Kawhi believed that he was going to possibly get booed out of the stadium. And they had the commentators talk about how that's like actually was not even, like TSN, if you've watched TSN, they've been ramping up Kawhi coming back. They've been talking about how he was a vital part of the win. You read, like you talk to in the sports, at the NBA people, how much like they only wish him well. And I think it's such an interesting perspective and maybe a very Canadian thing that we are very positive about people and about situations, and we have understanding. And he said, there was an interview where he said, like, you know, it's going to be different going back because he had a whole nation behind him is what he said, but now it's like he's a city in America. And of course, like the Clippers, I'm sure, you know, their fan base is huge and whatever, but it's not like an entire country behind you. Anyway, I'm excited to see that because I saw some clips, and of course he wasn't booed, but like even someone like Kawhi Leonard, who obviously is like so talented, he doesn't, you know, who cares if he gets booed, but obviously that has an impact on him as well. Anyway, so it's just cool to see that, like, I know that they're just human, they're like you and I, but you know, to see that vulnerability, which I guess is why I'm talking about this, because like even for me, you know, this group that I was running, like it's nothing dramatic or difficult at all. But I mean, I had a good 6 months where I was like, what do I need to do here to change this? Because I was feeling like we were all in a rut. And I don't know, I feel good about it. I don't know what they feel. But I feel like we're doing so much better. So anyway, interesting perspective. So sad. Yes, so handsome. So handsome. Ty. Oh, anyway. So yeah, so I'm wondering if maybe during the weeks I should like kind of think of a theme to kind of like talk about or a topic, and that might be kind of fun to do. I don't know. Anyway, day 11, that's what's happening. We'll probably do the cheese advent because that's a thing. And I told one of my kids at school, they're like, oh, what kind of, it's like, this is the kind of advent calendar that I have. I'm like, you know what kind of advent calendar I have? Ty, do you know what kind? I have a cheese advent calendar. And the kid thought I was like, he's like, oh. I'm like, but it's good. It's good cheese. Hey, it's a good boy. Oh, such a sweet little man. He's my bud. Charlie has moved over because he's too hot. He's too hot, so he's moved over. But this guy will come snuggle for a little bit. Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah. Love. Anyway, I'm going to go because this guy's going to just love me up right now. Yeah. Bye. Say bye. Yes, it's NBA season, and yes, there'll be a lot more photos of my TV with Go Raptors and watching lots of b-ball. It's way better than hockey. Sorry, oops, I said it. Hi. It's Vlogmas Day 12, and we are home. Randy just did a workout. I actually don't have a workout today, but I'm going to do some yoga later, hopefully. Hoping to do, because yoga with Adrian. Something in my hair. Anywho, we're just sitting here about to eat at 8:30, because that's when we eat. And it is pasta. It's my olive oil pasta with garlic. And I've added, today I've added breadcrumbs, because I've heard that is actually a very classic thing to do from my dad's area, and I think it will taste really awesome, so I'm excited about that. And Randy is having
It was meat pie.
and now
Tortilla.
talk to the people.
Right, people.
Anyway, so again, why I'm not vlogging every day during the week, because it's like pretty boring. I talked to my mom, on the phone. Okay, let's talk about this. This is because I keep losing this stupid little
Hot mug.
because I keep losing the little doofer that the jewelry store sends home with me. So I'm gonna get another one this weekend and hopefully kind of glue it shut because it's got an opening. But yeah, so don't ignore that. But yeah, that's the ring. So pretty, and it just fits me just perfect, just like him.
That's what she said.
Anyway, we're gonna eat because we're hungry, and I'll chat later. That have to go out of town. You're welcome.
Peace out.
What's happening
Drinking beer, eating nachos.
on a Friday? Look, I should cut my hair this short. What do you think? No? I would look cute though. Look how cute it would look. All tousled like that. No? It's kind of a little crazy. Our table seems crazy because it's just Randy and I.
We have no friends.
Oh, we have friends. We just don't like talking to people. No, we do. We love our friends. We love all of our friends. Hearts to all of our friends.